Princess Ishtar on behalf of the Domino Museum.
Okay guys, so an Egyptian lady walks into an airport and then...
I devised an ingenious plan to transport the items without a hint of detection. For security reasons, I can't tell you how.
You're loading them in 6 armored vehicles disguised as ordinary garbage trucks. Am I not correct?
How'd you...
This is just to demonstrate how a Shizu can read minds with the Millennium Necklace, but literally any guard in the world would have her in handcuffs right now. Ooh, for knowing classified security like this.
What am I gonna do? I almost lost the spirit of the puzzle.
And just when I thought Yugi was upset over actual high school trouble, like who he's taken to a dance, or when a test is, or a project deadline, I don't freaking know, man. Whoa, what is this creeper shot into Kaiba's office? He was probably just jacking it when Mr. Cameraman decided to just zoom in on that.
I don't have time for mummies and pharaohs. Kaiba.
This is Ishizu Ishtar. You should really pay closer attention to my press conference.
How'd you know I was watching?
Okay, Shizu is way more overpowered than I remember as a kid. She can read minds across the world! So does this mean that she knows what I'm thinking? I sure hope not. She probably wouldn't be able to sleep afterwards. Out of all the ultra buff Egyptian lads she could have chosen to be her bodyguard, she decided to hire the one who barely has any eyes. Kaiba is looking like the most weeaboo pimp with a card necklace, purple suit, and golden studs to line the shoulder pads of said purple suit.
I know of your passion for duel monsters. Are you interested in owning a card stronger than Exodia?
Would you like to have a card that is stronger than an insta-win? How, Ishizu? How can you get a more powerful card than one that just ends the game, Ishizu?
Pegasus created a series of all-powerful cards that were never released to the public. It's no surprise that he kept the strongest monsters for himself.
But never used them? Yugi is doing his best L impersonation, and it's pretty darn accurate.
On the left is the sorcerer fighting against him. That's you, Kaiba.
It shocks Kaiba so much that he's having a seizure.
Both opponents unleashed their most powerful monsters against each other.
The hell? Looks like they were lovers.
And as we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, the Pharaoh and the priest were brought together by the burning embers of love, as demonstrated by their hands extending to each other over said embers.
Of tradition, duel me if you are not a coward. Magic powers heed my cry, release the monsters trapped inside.
Ugh, now I'm having horrid flashbacks to those cheerleaders from the Dungeon Dice Monsters episode. Thanks, YouTube.
Duel raged on with neither side showing any mercy.
Ishizu put Kaiba on his hands and knees. Jeez, he's lucky that she doesn't have the Millennium Rod, or else he's in for some real Millennium prodding.
The winner of the duel was written here, but as you can see, the hieroglyphics have been worn away.
Of course they were. This one piece of stone was worn down by the plot gods.
Do you think one of your pathetic minions have the magic to defeat me? I will shatter them from existence right before your very eyes.
If he had any.
Well then, maybe the final vision will convince you.
No!
Non-consensual delving into the past.
The Duel Monsters cards that surpass the power of Exodia. They were the strongest and most feared creatures of annihilation. Obelisk the Tormentor. Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Yeah, Slifer! Best god card, hands down.
The Winged Dragon of Ra. Control one, and you can destroy 1,000,000 armies. Wield all 3, and the planet itself will quake in fear.
Is this what all the super nerdy Yu-Gi-Oh players think to themselves whenever they have all 3 god cards in their deck? Breaking news, 5'1", 98-pound Timothy Bernard robbed a local bank Tuesday night. The suspect was apprehended by local 80-year-old woman Ada Chang. The suspect had no other words other than, "I had all 3 god cards, how could I lose?" Now we return to Yu-Gi-Oh! Sins already in progress.
Ishizu, what did Pegasus do with the cards?
It's obvious he gave them to one he trusts the most. His gimp boyfriend Croquet.
He gave them to me for safekeeping. They could bring about the end of the world. He had me bury them in secret locations, but the cards were discovered. I must find them and hide them once again.
So she hid them underground, they were somehow unearthed, and now she's gonna hide them again? Why? She just got done talking about how the unfathomable power is too much for this world, so why not just destroy them if you truly want them to not be found? Toss them in the ocean, throw them in the garbage disposal, burn them. You can even just tear them!
If you were to start a Duel Monsters tournament, your reputation would attract the greatest duelists in the world.
Did someone place the cameraman on a rotating disc or something? Why is the camera spinning this much?
You may borrow it during the tournament, but I expect it back.
What makes you think I can be trusted? I could walk out and you'd never see it again.
You will return the cards.
I bet you $100 billion that Ishizu didn't even consider this. The expression was like, oh, got me.
Yugi? Huh?
Can you really see into the future?
Okay, I know Yugi looks like a 5-year-old, but he's around 5 plus 12 years old and should realize that sidewalk gypsies are fakes.